What's up, G-Tamers? The goal of this video today is to inspire us and help us build a really strong deck so we can start competing in the Evolution Cup and all the other tournaments being conducted and start winning and getting our prize money, our packs. So in order to get inspired, we're going to go ahead and look at the results of the official Bandai tournaments that were conducted a couple of weeks ago. We'll look at the European meta, we'll look at the North American meta and some of the tournaments that were TO'd here, and we'll see what's topping. Hopefully we'll get inspired to kind of build something similar, or we'll understand exactly what's stopping and start realizing what we're supposed to beat and look for things that can beat those decks. I'm going to take a second. If you like the Digimon content I'm making, guys, if you're interested in more tournament results, if you're interested in competitive deck profiles, if you're interested in just me having fun playing with some friends, make sure you subscribe and like this video, guys. This helps me out a lot. It helps me continue this journey of creating Digimon content on YouTube and inspires me to build and create more. So let me know exactly what you're looking for down below in the comments, and subscribe and like, and I promise you I'll bring you everything you need to create the best decks, and we can grow together in this Digimon journey. Anyways, guys, without further ado, let's go check out all the yellow wargreymon decks that we're supposed to beat. Alright guys, let me show you an overview of exactly what tournaments we were able to pick out. For North America Premier TOs, we were able to find all the results for CoreTCG tournaments that happened on June 19th, as well as the Top Cut events that happened on June 26th. We were able to find all the results for that. I could not find any results for the TAC USA or Carta Magica online. I just couldn't find them. Europe, we were able to find the Tournament Center June 26th tournament. And for Oceania, we were able to find the Tag Games June 26th tournament. So we're going to learn a lot from those. I wish we had TAC USA and Carta Magica, but it's okay. We're still going to look at the European meta as well as the Oceanic meta and check out what's stopping. Let's start with our CoreTCG event that happened June 19th. There was 16 tops. 8 of them were yellow wargreymon, which is insane. Let me get close here. 8 of them were yellow wargreymon. 2 of them were green 𝐒𝐎𝐍𝐶𝐓. I guess that's the second best deck in the world. 1 was purple metal Garurumon. There was an ancient Garurumon Rookie Rush, interesting. Yellow Angels Megazoo, a green Hercules Kabuterimon, which is more of a Hercules control Nidhoggmon, as well as Yellow Shine Greymon, which is still a very strong deck, and there was a Rookie Rush. So we're still seeing very BT1, BT 1.5 decks still topping and still conducting and creating really good results, still topping. We can even see some Rookie Rush. We saw a Rookie Rush twice here. One is Ancient Garurumon, one is Rookie Rush. Let's look at the first, second, and third decks. You're going to see a lot of yellow, guys. I'm just going to let you know. It's still good to see, so we know what's stopping, what's the strategies here. Looks like he's running 4 Salmons here and 3 Magnadramons. I know the strategy here is probably to evo Magnadramon onto an Angelomon. That way you get 2 level 3 drops every time you attack instead of 1. Which is interesting. It's basically the same value you get from wargreymon. You just don't have to lose the security for that. And you don't get to attack twice. So that's all. That's why we see an increased number of Lucimons and Salmons in this deck, because he can recover so much. As well as we see a full set of Pulsamons. There are 3 TKs. I've seen mostly 2 TKs in these decks. And I'm starting to see these other Angelomons, the ones that I think restrict to your security or recover you +1. I don't remember what they are. I think they recover you +1 if you have 3 or less security. So it looks like it's a safe option to evo into when it's late game maybe. So I'm seeing more of these. There's 2 offs, 1 off in a lot of decks. But one thing we see a lot of is the 3 blinding rays. So this is almost a staple. Obviously the Paidamons are staple. Bushy Agumons exist. Angelomons are in every deck. He doesn't have any War Growlmons here. He only has 2, and then he opted for the 2 other Angelomons that recover you. Interesting strategy. He likes to recover a lot. He still has a little bit of control over the memory with these Lopomons. And he only runs 3 level 7s, the Chaoses. Really, really good strategy. A pretty balanced deck. I like it. Let's move on. There's more Salmons here. This one actually runs slash Angemons instead of Magna Dramons. So you're allowed a little bit of flexibility in your deck building when you play yellow, and it's still extremely powerful. This one is still running 2 of the Angemons that recover, but he only runs 3 of his regular Angemons that give you a lot of pressure and a lot of push. He is running only 4 of the wargreymon, whereas the other deck only ran 2. There are no Lucimons, there's only 1 here, and only 2 Chaos Dramons. We do see the same number of Tamers and Blinding Rays, but we see a less number of Pulsamons, less number of Lucimons, less number of Chaos Velder Arms, and we see more wargreymons. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, interesting. I'm not sure what this Salmon's doing. I think when you attack minus 1 KDP, maybe he needs that minus 1 KDP. It's important. But yeah, the deck is solid. There's only 3 Patamons where I'm sure this deck ran 4, right? This deck ran 0 Patamons. Interesting. So these Patamons are slowly going away. The ones that increase your memory. Looks like because there's so many Lopomons or memory controllers that maybe people are opting out of that strategy. And then the third was a green Nidhogmon. Obviously, he's utilizing 4 of the Palmon promo. These guys are really expensive. He has 1 Hercules Kabuterimon from the structure deck, I believe. And that's just to be careful. He does run 4 of the Tentomons, which I've seen people just run 2. And then 3 Kogawamons and 3 Nidhogmons. For his level 5 lineup, it's pretty solid lineup. I think this is how I run my Nidhogmon deck as well. We run 4 of the Blossomon, 1 of the Argomon, and 4 of the Cherrymon. You really just don't need any of the other stuff. The Lilamon is going to cost you 2 Digiburst, which all your level 6s cost you Digiburst, so that's basically wasting a level 6 ability, which is much stronger than the Lilamon. The Blossomons are basically free Evo every time. If you can get this consistently, you can go from level 4 to level 6 with 1 memory. You just have to, or you can actually go from level 3 to level 6 with 1 memory. You go level 3, then you evo a Stingmon on top for 1 memory, then you do a Blossomon for free, then you can get your Nidhogmon out. So you're literally, if your opponent just gave you 1 memory, you can get to your level 5 or level 6 from level 3 or level 2. It's insanely good. And then Stingmon, he's really good. You are going to Digiburst him, but just in case, he's really strong, level 4. I like him a lot. I don't know why the Goblimon is here. I'm sure we can find other things. Maybe he just likes these cheap drops. Kind of Rookie Rush extra. But I'm sure we can fill up this lineup with something more useful. I forget what other level 3s are good. I actually forget. I think Tentomon is the only good level 3 and Palmon. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why he's just running a bunch of rookies that are cheap to toss out. Interesting deck. He is running 4 of the Chaosmon. Looks like restanding and attacking 1 more time is a big part of his strategy, and only 2 of the Tamers. Amazing decks here, guys. We know that Nidhogmon, Grand Koagamon, OTK, and Yellow Wargreymon is really good, but these are certain iterations of the deck that still top. No matter how much you mess around with this deck, you can still top. Let's move on now to the next tournament. We are going to look at the Top Cut event that happened on the 26th. There was about 237 players. Look at this breakdown. I love this breakdown. 18% or 19% of the decks were Wargreymon, Yellow War. 12% of them were Red-Yellow Security Control. We'll see more. We'll talk more about that here in a second. It actually topped the tournament. Yellow DP Wargreymon. I guess that's DP depletion. Red Ragna, we actually see a Red Ragna, 6%. Black Zubagamon, Punch. This is basically all the decks in the game right now. We see Shine Greymon, Green Herc, Purple Pluto, a Blue Ancient Garuru Rookie Rush, a Blue Green Rookie Rush, Green Grand Koagamon, OTK. A lot of these are 6.3%. The most popular decks are the Yellow Wargreymon, the Red-Yellow Security Control, and another Yellow Wargreymon. I hate Yellow Wargreymon so much. Anyway, so here's the lineup. Kevin Besta got Red-Yellow Security Control, got first. Yellow Recovery, Wargreymon got second, and Red Ragna got third. That's pretty amazing. We actually see a Black Zubagon punch at 5, which is very interesting. We want to see how that deck looks like. So let's look at these yellow-red control-y decks. What is so nice about them? He has 4 Magnadramons, so a lot of recovery. He does have 3 Lucimons, very expensive deck. 4 of the Gaia Force, 4 of the Patamon that recovers 1, 3 of the Magna Angemon that recovers 1. There's a lot of recovery in this deck. And I guess he just sits there and recovers his security all day. I don't get... How is this deck destroying people? There's no... To me, it doesn't look like there's any real, like, scare. What's scaring you? This Castoceramon or something? What's his name? Castoceramon? Is this guy the one that's big scary guy? I mean, this is a Magnadramon that does nothing. I guess what you're doing is you just want big creatures, big Digimon in your security, and then you want to just recover your security infinitely. That makes sense to me. You kind of get rid of a lot of the people and a lot of their... I mean, you get rid of a lot of Digimon when they hit you with when they hit your Chaosmon and stuff. Plus, you get a lot of recovery. You got Lucimon, you got Salamon, you got Palmon, you got Magnadramon, and you got Magna Angemon, and you got Magnadramon. This is all recovery. That's a lot of recovery, guys. It's an interesting deck. I really like it. He also is using Blade of the Truth. I think for each Digimon you have, you minus 2k to one opponent. That's really... I've never seen it being used and actually won a tournament before. So this is a lot of props to this deck, guys. I've never seen a deck like this before. It's pretty insane. A lot of on-play effects. I don't know how it won the tournament. I guess it just is not scared of getting attacked because it just kills all your Digimon. Now the second place is Josh Camburn with his yellow wargreymon. Another recovery deck because we see a lot of Magnadramons. We only see 3 TK, 3 Blinding Ray, very similar to the other decks. I think you can run away with 2 TKs because they're like $12 a piece. So if you just have 2 TKs, I think you could run. 1 TK is a little iffy. 3 TKs looks best, but they're pretty expensive right now. Pulsamon's at 4, Bushiagumon's at 4, and 3 Salmons. That's not bad. So I think this is I really like the setup. There are 2 Lucimons as well. I think you'd still be okay with only 1, and maybe adding another Lopamon or a Salmon. But this is a really solid set up. Obviously, the level 4 lineup's pretty balanced. We just see a lot of these. Some people play 4 Unimon, some people just play 3. And then for his level 5, he is having the Angelmon that kind of pressures. He also has the Recovery Angelmon and 2 of the wargreymon. Wargreymon is just if you need the extra 4k, he's there. I like him, but you're sacrificing a recovery ability, which is the Angelmon right here. If you have 3 security or less, you can recover. So that's really strong. And then only 3 Velder Arms in this deck. Interesting. This one is a Ragna deck. I can't believe this deck is still topping. It's just pure Ragna 4 Agumons, 4 of the Zubamon that look for Legend Arms. 3 of the cheap drop. Is that it for his rookies? He is running 2 Guillemons as well. So that's 12, 13 rookies. Then he's running this cheap Evo guy for 1. Well, I don't know why he didn't run Dark Tyranno. Maybe he likes that 3 drop, 3 cost drop, 3 memory drop. He is running another Zubagimon that has an inheritable for his Lewardmon and a Cordramon. For his level 5 lineup, just 4 Groundramon, 1 Lavagarthimon or something. Those are the cheap 2 memory, 2 Evo. And then this Duromon. And then for his level 6 lineup, he just runs Bryoloward and Durandamon. That's amazing to see. He just runs these 2 level 6s, and they actually pop off, and they actually won this tournament. He got him 3rd. That's pretty amazing to see. Very simple deck, still viable. Really cheap. Really cheap. The only money card here is Ragnar Lewardmon and Gaia Force, obviously, but this is just from a structured deck. So Ragnar Lewardmon is really cheap. He's only maximum like $5. Another yellow Wargreymon. This one utilizes 4 Pulsamons, 4 Bush Agamons, 3 Salmons, 2 Lucimons. Very similar to the number 2. Very similar. Let's say his level 5 lineup is actually exactly similar. Let's see his level 6 lineup. Exactly similar. His level 7 lineup is perfectly synergized. I mean, this is an exact copy of the level of the second place deck. This is an exact copy, and it actually topped again. So this is telling you, if you just copy this deck, you're gonna win tournaments no matter what. Just copy this. Just copy paste it. This is an amazing deck, Black Zubagamon. I've never seen this deck being used before. I've never went against it. I don't know how you go against it and you lose or win. I'm not sure what the strategy here is. I just don't know anything. Black Zubagamon, I know it gives you a lot of powers. Izzy is probably one of the best tamers in the game. He just gives you pluses for free. He gives you a plus memory just for having 3 black guys on the top of your deck, and he's really strong. I don't know, man. I'm not sure what the strategy is. There's a bunch of 2-offs of things, except the cheap blockers here and the toy Agumons. So I guess those are really important. Yeah, these cheap to Evo guys are pretty important for this guy. But besides that, I'm really not sure what's happening. Gogawamon, I guess, is the strategy with some Blastomon. I wish I could see this deck in action because I have no idea how it topped. I don't know what it does. I have no idea what the strategy behind this deck is. And we do see 2 Craniumon, so very interesting. I mean, this is a weird lineup of level 5s, level 6s. So for sure, very interesting to see it topping. Let's move on, guys. 6th place was a purple Metal Garurumon deck, 4 Metal Garurumon, 2 Anubismon. The level 5 is 3 Mistymon, 1 Lady Gagamon, and Skull Salamon. Maybe you don't even need this guy, just run another Mistymon. 3-3-3-2. Interesting. You could just run 4-4-3 or 4-4-2, and one of the one of the Devimon, and one of the Tapermon. I guess he doesn't like these guys a lot. 4 Gabumon, 3 Gazimon, 1 that's 8, 12, 13 level 3s. That's kind of risky because I know Metal Garurumon has issues with his level 3s, and if you don't get a nice lineup, I mean, you basically waste that Metal Garurumon ability. But interesting. Yeah. 3 Matt Ishida. And actually, I think 1 Millenniumon is enough. I really don't think you need more. I really think 1 Millenniumon is enough. I really agree with this. I don't like the Demi-Meramon over the Jiaomon, obviously. I like the retaliation once it's on the field. Even if it's not active, your opponent's still thinking about it. But Demi-Meramon is obviously still one of the best other tamers for purple. So I understand that. Plus, it looks like he's just topping up the trash more than anything. 7th place was Memphis House. True? Yeah. Look at this deck, guys. No Palmon promo. We have the structure deck Palmon, 4 of the Tentamon, 2 Cherrymon, 3 Blossomon, 2 Lilomon, 1 Argomon. This is one of the old lineups. 4 Kabuterimon, 3 Veggie, 3 Kabuterimon, and 2 Woodmon. Yeah, this is a pretty old Nidhogmon lineup, and it still worked because Grand Koagumon and Nidhogmon are just too strong. Chaosmon is amazing. There are 2 suspenders here, which we don't see a lot. I thought that's what the Lilomon's for, but looks like he also has his needle spray here. But you might be able to run away with not running this, maybe having some room for more level 3s or anything else. Just this kind of... My problem with green is it gets bricked a lot, so I like having consistency. I like to have maybe 15 level 3s, 12 or 13 level 4s, 9 level 5s, you know what I mean? So I like that consistency. So I would just maybe take these off for some more room, for more consistency. But if he's not having any issues, I think that will work out. And then 8th is a Rookie Rush deck. Let's just check it out real quickly. Davis is really strong tamer, especially with a green-blue rookie. He has some needle sprays, 4 of the Hammer Sparks, which are easily controlled. Once you control this with a Gazimon or a Lopomon or anything on the field. That's why you need to start playing these Terriermons and Lopomons in your decks, so you can stop extra memory controls. Her Puppetmon at 3, Lubomon is really strong at 3, 𝐒𝐓 and Gorellamon. We see a bunch of stuff here, Vmon, Gabumon, and a very simple deck, very cheap. There's nothing crazy about this deck. I don't see any money cards really, besides maybe Hammerspark, which can be found, and Vmons and Gabumons. Those are pretty cheap decks. Upamon is at 4. He doesn't run any other tamers. Really amazing decks. So it looks like yellow, red, purple, green. They're all actually still competitive and are winning all their tournaments. Moving on, we have an Oceania tournament. Let's look at the TAC results. We have, what is this, top 6 or 8? I guess this is first, second, fourth, fifth, and seventh. Let's look at first and second. Yellow wargreymon. They're running 2 TK, 4 blinding blinding light, interesting. 3 Veldar arms, 3 /Angemon, 4 wargreymon, interesting. This is a pretty solid lineup. wargreymon at 4, wargrowlmon at 4, 4 Angemon. No more of those other Angemons to recover. Paidamon at 4, Toriumon at 4, 2 Bushy Agumons. We do see some Patamons. We do see 4 of the recovery Batamons and then 4 of the Pulsemons. We don't see any Lucimons in this deck, so that's telling us maybe we don't necessarily need Lucimon, which is insanely expensive, like 70 bucks. We do see here another green Grand Coagamon deck, which is amazing. These decks are really strong and they're winning. This one utilizes 4 Blossomons. Instead of the 4 Cherrymons, he runs 2 Cherrymons, 2 Lilamons, and then 2 of the Mimi. There is still a couple of Spray Needles. I wonder how effective those guys are. But they are actually really good. In case you want to use an Idhogmon, you could get to suspend an opponent you cannot suspend and then get rid of him. So they are really strong. They're really useful, for sure. We also have Kabuterimon, the blocker. We do have some Woodmons and Vegiemons here. Is that it? And Kabuterimons here. I guess this one does not run any Stingmons. Interesting. There's a couple of Palmons, 4 of them. The promo, 3 of the Tentomons, 2 of the Terriermons, and only 1 of the 2-drop level 3. Really strong. And his Digitama of choice is the Menomon. Really strong. Or is that Tentamon? Every time you Evo, you get plus 1k. Really strong. And here's another yellow deck. This one is a yellow-red, kind of. Only utilizing wargreymon, which is insanely strong. This one has 3 TKs, 2 blending rights, 4 of the wargreymon, 3 of the /Angemon. I like this lineup a lot. We see 4 Goralmon, 3 Angemon, and then 2 of the wargreymon, this level 5. Pretty strong. The problem with this level 5 is you cannot, when you find it in your security and you pull it out, it does not pull out as a yellow Digimon, it pulls out as a red Digimon, so you don't get that recovery from TK. That's the only problem I have with this card in a yellow deck. That's it. Patamon at 4 for 3 of these random Salmons, which is weird. Well, where's the recovery Salmons? Why do you like these guys? Oh, they're 2 drops. They're 2 drops, that's why. Then we have Pulsemon at 2, Salmon at 2, Bushy Agumon at 2, and Lucimon at 2. Interesting. So he's kind of setting himself. He's like, oh, whatever I get, I'll play it out as long because I have 2 of everything. So he'll get options. Interesting deck. I like it. The next deck actually utilizes Magnadramon over just the regular wargreymons. The only difference here I see is maybe a lesser number. Well, there's 1 less blinding right. There's 2 less blinding light, or 1 less than this deck. So I guess he found room for the Magnadramon for that. And then I'm sure there's less level 3s in this deck. There's 4 Pulsemon, 3 Patamons, 2 Salmons, 1 Patamon, and 3 Bushy Agumons. So I'm sure he found room for 1 less deck, 1 less card. 1 less level 3 in this deck, and only 1 Lopomon. These are weird. I don't like these one-offs cards. I really don't like too many one-offs. The problem with this game is you don't get to draw too much, and when you just have one-offs of things, you basically will never see them, right? You're just guaranteeing yourself you're never going to see it. So if he could remove maybe the Patamon for another Lopomon, maybe that will benefit him a little bit more. But I don't know, maybe this is extremely useful. You don't really need more than one of these Patamons anyways. He's literally, you just use him once and that's it. Another wargreymon, yellow another setup. Magnadramons are 3 here. Same lineup, 4, 4, 3 for the level 4s. Lucemon at 1, Patamon at 1, Lopomon at 2, 4 Bushiagumons, 3 Salmons, and 4 Pulsamons. I really like the setup. Pretty simple. 3 Salmons, 4 Pulsamons, 4 Bushiagumons. I think when you call one of these guys out, the opponent will be dreading for sure. 2 of the Angelomons that actually recover you, 2 Blinding Lights, and 3 TKs. I don't know how he found all this room to change this deck so much. And then 7th was a Metal Garurumon deck. Obviously 4 of the Nailbond, 3 of these 2 drops, 3 Tapermons, 4 Gabumons. His level 4 lineup is 10 level 4s. Actually 12, which is a lot. And then Mistimon and Skullmiramon. That means he doesn't run any Lady Devimons. Interesting. And then he's going for the Metagarurumon, 2 of the Millenniumon. Interesting decks, guys. These are all variations of really strong decks, and they're still winning. It doesn't really matter, I guess. No matter what you do, you're still going to win with these amazing decks. Finally, we're going to look at the European Tournament Center TO. Let's look at it really quickly. First was Security with yellow-red Security. Second was wargreymon. Third was Blue Imperial Dramon. Fourth was wargreymon. Fifth was wargreymon. Sixth was wargreymon. Look at this Mega Zoo, and then Security Control again. So really quickly, let's look at these decks. Red Control, 4 Gaia Force, very similar to the other deck we looked at. Doesn't really have any kind of strategy besides. I mean, this is identical to the other deck we were looking at, wasn't it? This is identical to this deck. Almost identical. Let me look at it again. Guys, this is insane actually. Give me a second. This is identical. He's running 2 Magnadramons, only 3 Chaos. Here there's 4, here there's 3. 4 of the Gaia Force, 2 of the Blades, 4 of the this guy, 1 of the Glorious Burst, 4 of this guy. I mean, this is an identical deck. There's just 1 more TK, 1 less Lucemon. Here there's more. Identical, I'm talking about. This is the exact same deck, just a couple of different numbers. Interesting. So this deck wins and tops first place a lot. So this is a big thing you have to look into. I mean, this is a winning deck. This is crazy. I don't even know how it wins. Another Angelomon, really nice deck. I see 3 Pulsemon, 4 Patamons, 2 Salamons, 2 Patamons Recovery, and 3 Bushagumons. Interesting. 3 Blinding Rays and 3 Takashi. Another yellow wargreymon. There's a lot of yellow wargreymons in Europe, I guess. This is European, right? Yep, this is the European Center. A lot of yellow wargreymons in Europe. This is Imperial Dramon, I guess, with Ancient Garurumon that won. You utilize 4 Beowulfmon, 4 Peldramons. Interesting. A lot of the 2 drops. Strabamon. You need the Demivons and Opamons. You need 2 𝐒𝐿𝐼𝐓 Breath. You do have some Hammer Sparks here. Maybe we could get rid of those, because there's a lot of cards and a lot of decks utilize non-memory gainers, so these become useless. And then I see the Lobomon promo for the Ancient Garurumon drop. That strategy is a little expensive, but it's still really strong, and he really stands himself. He's really strong. We do have another yellow wargreymon here, / Angemon at 3, 1 Antuomon, 1 Lucemon. So he doesn't run any extra Angelomons, he just runs an Antilamon. 3 Blinding Rays, 3 TK, only 2 Chaos Valdramons, 4 Pulsamon, 3, what is this 2K-mon doing? Ugh. Just a cheap drop, I guess. And only 2 of the 0 memory gainer Patamon. And there's 3 Patamons that recover 1 at 1 memory. Or at 1 security. Interesting decks, guys. I'm very liking. I like all these variations. I'm very interested in them. I'm actually really interested that they're winning. Some variations only have one-offs, and they're still winning. Really fun.
And let's look at the security Mega Zoo, I guess. 3 Lucimons, Lobomon, the Tamer Hops, Poistron, Laser, couple of Kaiser Nails, some Puppet Mons for the stall, Machine Dramon for the stall, Magnet Dramon for the stall. Is that Seraphimon? Does he activate when Digivolve or when played? I think it's when Digivolve, right? And then a bunch of Chaosmons. Wow, yeah. So this guy, every time you attack his security, you basically die or you activate one of his security options. And that's terrifying. Okay, interesting. And then the final deck is a weird concoction here. Kind of one off everything. What is this? How? What? I don't even know. This is European? Meta? That's insane. So it's kind of like a yellow engine with some red. 𝐒𝐓_greymon, which is a blocker popper. Gaia Force just deletes anything. Plasma Stake deletes any level 6 or higher. And TK just gives you extra DP, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty sure this 𝐒𝐈𝐓𝐇 is just so you can get your option cards off. We do have a Mimi here, just two Mimis, nothing else. Oh, these Mimis are just to gain extra memory, I guess, when you use these options. Interesting. Oh, so what would happen is you would attack him, an option would activate in security, and you would use your Mimi to gain a memory, and then it moves to your turn. Wow, that's really strong, actually. And then he does have Peppermon and Seraphimon, and he can ride both of those with this Velder arm. Amazing tournaments, guys. Amazing events. Amazing decks. A lot of Yellow wargreymon. Yellow wargreymon is obviously one of the best decks in the game. We need to find a way to delete him, to beat him. He's extremely strong. One of the best. But I see a lot of potential in Nidhoggmon, a lot of potential in purple. Blue's getting really strong with some green variations. Red is still an active competitor. And there's really strong ideas and good decks here. So anyways, guys, we'll go ahead and stop here. It's a long video. I hope you guys learned something new today. You gained some knowledge. Maybe you found a new inspiration for a build, or you are ready to go and compete and destroy these Yellow wargreymon decks. With that said, we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Subscribe and like, and we'll see you. Take care.